Hello and welcome here today for Friday Night Soccer. My name is Gary Walker alongside Jimmy Hansberg. We have Los Andreas Soccer Club here today going up against Inter Tolga, and we all know that these two teams have actually picked up 4 points and 3 points so far in this Premier League season. We're in match day 3. Who could win today? Can Inter Tolga go top of the Premier League today after beating Los Andreas perhaps? They could happen before the weekend kicks off. Or will Los Andreas get a result and a big upset for them today and perhaps beat Inter Tolga? But Jimmy, tell us your thoughts on these two teams anyways, between Los Andreas and Inter Tolga. Start with the home team today. Well, Los Andreas, they've done okay in the first game of the season at home at this stadium. They won 2-1 against RB Newport, and they lost against Padres on Sunday. So they had a bit of a win and a loss in their first two games. Knocked out #United on the penalty shootout during the week on Wednesday, and that puts them through into the second round of the competition. They've done okay. They haven't done as perfect because it's 2 games in, and they've lost a game, they won a game. So to see the consistency today, we'll see how the way they play today. Can they try and win today? Of course they could. They've got Alan Shearer playing today. They've got Paul Gascoigne. They've got some very good players in their team. Are going to really show a lot of fight and aggression. But at the same time, I believe that for them, they're going to be at it today. The fans are behind them today. At the Westphalia Bay Stadium, and there'll be a lot of them going to be chanting the team's name and trying to encourage them to win. And it'll be a very interesting match, I reckon, for Los Andreas. All right, what about Inter Tolga? They picked up a point in their last game against Waynord, won in their first match against Goldfield. Any thoughts on this match? Yeah, absolutely. For Inter Tolga, they did get a draw against my club, Waynord, last week at the Santon Park Stadium. They played in the UEFA Europa League against Eintracht Frankfurt last Wednesday, and they won that game. They did. But today they're playing in a league match, and they did very well to win against a game in the Europa League last Wednesday, and also as well on that first game of the season, 3-0, and they're top of the league, and they dropped points against Waynord. Would you expect? They're a tough side, Waynord are, and they are title contenders. But we'll see a point, of course, from that game. But today we'll see how Tuchel sets his team up. It's going to be interesting how the way he'll set the team up, because you're against an unknown quantity who just joined the Premier League of this season. So we'll see how this game goes, of course, for Inter Tolga to try and win today. They could be found out today. They could end up losing today. Could be either way it could be. We'll have to wait and see. Yep, absolutely. Let's go now to Sam Atkins, the manager of Los Andreas, and Thomas Tuchel, the Inter Tolga manager. Sam Atkins, today your team are playing your first televised game against Inter Tolga here at the Westphalia Bay Stadium. You've lost the last game against Padres, and you won at your first match against RB Newport in the opening game of the season. This is a very tough game for your team today. You're against one of the greatest managers, greatest coaches of Europe, Thomas Tuchel's Inter Tolga, and also world-class players in their team as well, and a world-class coach. How do you feel playing against them as you are new to this Premier League? Yeah, we know it's a challenge. We know that last season we were promoted to this division. We have to understand that this league's going to be very tricky. With teams who will come to our stadium and play us, and how the way we go and visit their stadiums and play against them and try and compete against them. It'd be very difficult, I believe. And I know that we have to be, as a club, to be strong, aggressive, and take chances. And that's what we have to do. And if we don't take chances, then we're going to end up losing games. So we have to really risk ourselves, put ourselves out there, push ourselves to the limit. And if we can do that, then we've done a very good, successful team we are, if we do that. So we know that Inter Tolga are a challenging club. We know they've got a world-class coach. We know they've got some world-class players. But we're not afraid of them. And we have to be not afraid of them at all, because we have got some good players in our team, with Falcao, Shearer up front, having a Gascoigne at the back and attacking midfield. With that sort of team we've got, also knocking out #, on penalty shootout during Wednesday in the KFC League Cup, I think we'll take our chances today, and hopefully we show Inter Tolga that we belong in this league, and we're going to stay here for a very long time. Okay, thank you very much there, Sam Atkins. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thomas Tuchel, today you're up against the new boys of this league, Los Andreas Soccer Club. How do you feel playing them today in this game away from home? Any thoughts on risk of losing perhaps today or not? Yeah, I don't see that at all. We need to be high tempo throughout the whole game. We got good players compared to what they got, and we know that it's important. We dropped points last week. Was disappointing to drop points at home against Wernord. We have to try to win today. We have to be motivated today to try to win, try to fight, and try to push ourselves higher in the league. And that's what we want to do. I want to motivate this team that every game counts for us to try and compete and try to win some trophies, because I am not going anywhere. I want this team to win trophies, and the expectations of this club is to win trophies. And I know that we won the LSF Open Cup last season. In my half of the season, I was at the club since Conte was sacked. But no, we have to be at it every game. We done very well against Golerfield. We did very well. Getting something could have won against Wales, but we dropped a point. But at the same time, we want to keep our tempo fly up in the air for this game today and try to beat Los Andreas, because they're not going to be the tough team today. They're going to be the underdogs today to try and beat us. So we have to try to show them that we are the biggest team in the whole league, and we've got to make sure that we are the best team in the league by showing that on the pitch today against Los Andreas. Okay, thank you very much there, Thomas Tuchel. Yeah, thank you. Right, let's get straight to the action here today. It's Los Andreas. I'm going to go one-on-one here today against Inter Tolga. Let's get to the game at pitch side right now. Hello and welcome here today. We are live on Friday Night Soccer. It's Los Andreas versus Inter Tolga in this match here on Friday Night Soccer. As the first game before the weekend kicks off on match day 3 of the Premier League, we have Inter Tolga travelling here today to Los Andreas to take on Los Andreas Soccer Club here on Friday Night Soccer. And their lineup has been officially made, these two teams, and let's get straight into it. It's Los Andreas versus Inter Tolga, and here we go. Let's get this match underway. So this third game of the season begins. Well, Los Andreas have done very, very well in terms of their recent results recently. They did pick up a draw last week in their match. I think they lost last week, I'm not even sure, but that was that. Inter Tolga won. They drew last game against Wernord, but did win against Goldfield 3-0. But today they're travelling here to Los Andreas to try and get 7 points and win today to go top of the Premier League before the weekend starts. Now it's Paul Gascoigne lost the ball. Now what's happening here now? Good pass right here. Good cross. Now Shinchenko, Mares, Bateman. Now Dumfries. Now Kolevic. Shinchenko. We all know Los Andreas did lose in their last matchup they did, and they did actually lose in their last game last week against Padres Impact by 1-0. They did lose in their last game they did away from home. Could they get a result here today to get 6 points in the table in the Premier League? We'll have to wait and see about that. They did actually win their first home game in the first game of the season, and they won against, of course, in their first match of the season 2 weeks ago, and even then they've moved on to this matchup here today against Inter Tolga. Now there's Paul Gascoigne, Alan Shearer, now Gascoigne, now Delict. And we all know Los Andreas did actually qualify into the KFC League Cup second round after winning on penalty shootout against #United during the week as well. So they've got a good week in that terms of qualifying for the next round on penalty shootout. But could they get a result here today? Now Griezmann,
Oh, that could have been the goal right there. So it's going to be a goal kick. Now he's Cal the Dragon, the goalkeeper for Los Andreas, a TikTok star in his own right. Now back to Tolga here, now David Beckham. Now Harry Robson. Good ball there from Zach Thomas to win the ball back to Los Andreas. Now there's a chance for Kylian Mbappe. Very close. Now Harry Robson trying to chase the ball there. It's not going to be a goal kick. Or a corner kick, I think it's going to be actually, in fact. I think it hit one of the players, it did. It deflected off the player, but that, it deflected off Bateman's foot. So he's now out for a corner. So corner kick here for into Tolga. Now Dumfries. Mbappe. Now Eric Gordon. Now he's up to Alan Shearer. Trying to get the ball there, but he couldn't. Now Zinchenko wins it. Now he's Kylian Mbappe. Now he's Bateman. Now there's a chance for Alan Shearer here. Oh, there's a save right there for the goalkeeper, Donnarumma. Oh, Alan Shearer's 1v1 to the goalkeeper, Donnarumma. That could have been 1-0 Los Andreas, but a good save for the Italian goalkeeper. Could have been 1-0 up, but corner kick's been given for Los Andreas. Mason Harrison. Now it's Kylian Mbappe. Now De Ligt, the Dutchman. Now Rio Ferdinand. Now Mahrez. Now Ferdinand. Now it's Griezmann. Clearance away. Now Mason Harrison. Now Shearer. Now Zinchenko. Now Konovic. Now he's Mbappe. Now Mason Harrison. And that is half time. And the score at half time is Los Andreas Soccer Club 0 into Tolga 0 at half time here on 5. Now here we go, let's get straight into it. It's goalless, this game between these two teams. And here we go. Now Konovic. Shots. Oh, goal! And Kylian Mbappe equalises against Los Andreas by 1-0. And what a shot, just took past Cal the Dragon and equalised to make it 1-0. And we all know that they did very, very well in the Tolga, of course, in their first game of the season. They thrashed Goldfield 3-0. Did draw against Wales last week in match day 2, but match day 3, they are winning here today by 1-0 against Los Andreas. Fantastic shot, good pass right there to Konovic, the technical right there, and Mbappe shoots. If they win here today, Inter Tolga will go top of the Premier Liga as it stands if they win today before the weekend kicks off, because then they'll move back up the top again. Whoever gets the 6 points from in the last 2 games tomorrow, win their game, move back to top of the table or above Inter Tolga. And now Mazzucas will come on to replace by Alan Shearer. And let's get straight into it. Straight after the second half, and they've scored already in Tolga, 1-0. Now Mason Harrison. Now Paul Gascoigne. Marian Mandzukic. And now is Mason Harrison here. Now is Hulk. Hulk with the ball. Trying to give it away here. Good block. That's going to be now a corner kick. The corner, it looks like. Good defending right there for Tolga. Now Mahrez. Kylian Mbappe. Now Scott Barker. Henry Anaku. Now Mason Harrison. Shot. Save there from the goalkeeper. Good shot there from Falcao. For Los Andreas. To make it 1-0 perhaps, but it wasn't. Now it's Griezmann. And down the ball here, but they lost it. Now to Cal the Dragon. Now it's Griezmann. Mbappe, save. It could have been a good save there for the goalkeeper. Offside. Boots the ball. Header away. Mason Harrison. Now is Aniaku. Now Mbappe. Now it's going to be a corner. Zinchenko, Kolovic. Now save right there from Cal the Dragon. Now Bateman. Now Zach Thomas. Now Falcao. Now pass it here to David Beckham. Now it's Griezmann. Good pace down the line here from Anton Griezmann. Pings it. Good save there from Cal the Dragon. Cal the Dragon's good save from him. Made a good tremendous save. Let's be a corner into Tolga. Now Gascoigne comes off and Yannick Afobe come on for Los Andreas. Now Mahrez now the ball back here for Tolga. Now Beckham. Now Harry Robson. Good defending there from the Los Andreas defence. Now pings it away here. Now to Rio Ferdinand. Now to Delict. Dumfries. Robson. Now Griezmann. Backhills it to Beckham. Barker won the ball back here for Los Andreas. Now Dumfries trying to get something there, but it's going to be a free kick. It looked like a foul, it looked like, so it'll be a free kick. Just fouled Zach Thomas by mistake. I think he's trying to get that off of him, but I think he just took him out in the process. That's now going to be a free kick. Cal the Dragon will boot the ball. Technical free kick for Los Andreas. Now header. That's good. That's a high foot, that is. Usually yellow carded there. High foot it isn't allowed, but the referee says play on, says the ref. But meanwhile it is 1-0 into Tolga. And we've got only 3 minutes to go until the end of the match. Now there's a chance here. Maybe a goal from Beckham. Beckham scores! In the last seconds of the game, they've equalised to make it 2-0. David Beckham. What a goal from him. Inter Tolga have got the result officially in the bag. 2-goal extra. They added another goal in to make sure they win the game. And it's 2-0 into Tolga. Great goal that is. David Beckham, what a strike. Cal the Dragon can do nothing about it. So that's going to be a win for Inter Tolga for the second time this season. They'll go top of the Premier League as it stands at the moment. Only for the next 24 hours though, until tomorrow. But anyway, that's going to be over. And the official score is the official score. It's Los Andreas 0, Inter Tolga 2, thanks from Mbappe and David Beckham to score the 2 goals for Tolga.
The full-time whistle has officially blown here today, and it was the score 2-0 to Inter Tolga. All thanks to, of course, 2 players we all know. Kylian Mbappe, the score after half-time in the 47th minute of the game. And in the last 9 seconds of the game, David Beckham scored in the 95th minute to seal that 2-goal cushion to win the game by 2-0. And Inter Tolga now move up to the top of the Premier League for now, before all the games will kick off for the weekend. And Jimmy, tell us your thoughts on this matchup today, starting with Los Andreas. Well, Los Andreas did very, very okay in the first half. You can see that they really tried to have some chances. We all know that Alan Shearer put the ball on target. Great save from Donnarumma, obviously one of the best goalkeepers in the league. There was a couple of chances they had against the goalkeeper today, but it wasn't to be. It wasn't. And he was very, very calm, very composed in goal, and kept the ball away out of danger. And that's something that he's done very, very superbly. And it's very difficult for now teams to score over Donnarumma. Only the goal last week from Wainwright, however. But apart from that, there's no one want to mess with Donnarumma, because he's been a superb goalkeeper. And he's a fantasy player in this league, I reckon, because how the way he stops every shot. He's far better than Manuel Neuer, the Wainwright goalkeeper, I think, because he does make some silly mistakes he's made this season so far. But Donnarumma is the top goalkeeper so far this season, and he made very good saves quite a lot in the first half. Second half, Los Andreas really slowed themselves down a bit. They didn't really wanted the ball as much, and Tolga dominated the possession a lot more in the second half, created a lot of chances, and scored 2 great goals. And I think with Kylian Mbappe the scorer and also Beckham, that 2-goal cushion will help them to get those 2 goals in the back of the net before the weekend kicks off, and they're top of the league because of it. And let's talk about Inter Tolga, talking about that 2-0 win. Do you felt that they found it easy today? Do you found it for Tolga for the whole match? Like I said before, I don't really think they were in the first half how Los Andreas dealt with how the way they played. They really played a bit of defensive soccer. They really stopped their tracks. Tolga, obviously Griezmann and also Mbappe, to try and get a goal into the first half. Very good defending, very organised defending, very structured, because they know that this is their first time they've been in this division, and they want to make the most out of being in the Premier League. So they tried, and I can really give a lot of sympatheticness to Los Andreas in that respect. But obviously they've got a good quality of players, better quality compared to their team, and they really found them out. And they won 2-0 today into Tolga, and that puts them top of the league as it stands at the moment. And they should be very proud of themselves to get the win today. And I think Tuchel will see that and think that what a game we've had. And now they're going to play in the Europa League next week. And they're going to do the exact same thing in that, like they did today here on Friday Night Soccer. All right, let's go now to interview Sam Atkins and also as well to Thomas Tuchel. Sam Atkins, how do you feel about this matchup today? You lost 2-0, unfortunately. Can you still see the positives in today's match despite your loss and defeat today? I was very impressed with the first half, how the way we dealt with the pressure, because how the way they play, and they are a very good side in Tolga when they break through attack-wise, and having Mbappe and Griezmann, the 2 Frenchmen up front, they're dangerous players, and we have to be prepared that we have to deal with these players very seriously, because this is the Premier League. It is a very hell of a challenge to try and stay in this league. And we did very well, but we have to understand the qualities in the opposition. All due respect, they're a very good side with some very good players and a very good coach. And they beat us at home today. So we've got to give them the credit as it's due. We know that some teams are not ready to play us and not used to seeing how we play in the league, as we're not been in the Premier League last season. So we keep an eye on tactics as it is. We've done very well to keep it 0-0 to half time. We blew it in the second half, but we have to admire the quality in the opposition because they are a very good side. Absolutely there. Sam Atkins, best of luck. Your next matchup next week. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thomas Tuchel, 2-0 today. A great win. A 3-point cushion. You are top of the Premier League as it stands at the moment before the weekend kicks off and the other teams will go above you, as you did drop points last week. But today, you won 2-0. How does it feel? Well, I thought we played very, very well. I thought we played beautiful soccer. We dominated the game. We very, very pressed them very, very hard. And yeah, we have to be like that. We have to be as very, very manipulative in the game. We have to be very, very controlful how the way we play. We have to be like that throughout the whole match. We have to be. So I know that today was very, very tricky. How the way Los Andreas played in the first half. I thought the 40% of the possession they did very, very well on in the game to try to beat us. So try to get a goal against our goalkeeper Donnarumma, but he's been tremendously fantastic and been on top and very unspotted. He's been in this game today and not conceded any goals. So at the same time, they might have done very, very well in their opportunity to try and get something in this match, but yeah, our quality is a lot better than theirs. But so we did very, very well. We proved that on the pitch as well. And we really controlled the game. We won the game. We could have scored maybe more, but they did very, very well defensively, and that was really, very good for them to do that. But at the same time, we won the game 2-0 in this game today, and we'll give it another try in our next game in the Europa League on Wednesday, and also in the we League next weekend. So we'll do everything we can because we want to compete and try to win the league title by the end of this season. But to do that, we have to be winning every game. And today was an example of that. And we'll carry on doing that now until all the games going forward. So we'll see about how we play on Wednesday now in the Europa League. Okay, thank you very much there, Thomas Tuchel. Yeah, thank you. And that was that from Tuchel and also the other manager as well, Sam Atkins. And let's get straight into the end of today and wrap up Friday Night Soccer. From myself, Gary Walker and Jimmy Hansberg. We'll see you tomorrow as we have 2 games, crucial games here on Super Saturday, as we will have Ados Gunners going up tomorrow against Padres Impact in that big game on Super Saturday. And also in our second match, also tomorrow, it's going to be Parantos going up against, of course, tomorrow against Goldfield Boys United, live on Super Saturday. And that's all we're going to have time for here today. Myself here today, Gary Walker and Jimmy Hansberg. Goodbye for now.